You want the truth? Most men are not confused about women because women are complicated. They are confused because they keep trying to analyze attraction using logic, when attraction is actually built in emotional silence, subconscious reactions, and things nobody ever teaches you in school or in real life. Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever felt like you were doing everything right, being respectful, being kind, being available, and still felt that slow emotional distance growing between you and her? That quiet withdrawal that doesn't come with arguments, just longer replies, less eye contact, more distractions? Most men will panic in that moment. They will start trying harder, texting more, giving more attention. But I want you to listen carefully because this is where the hidden psychology begins. Women do not only respond to what you do, they respond to how you exist in emotional space. I know what you are feeling when you start overthinking her behavior at night. That tightening in your chest when she takes longer to reply, that subtle fear of losing her approval. Most men think attraction is built through effort, but deep attraction is built through emotional safety combined with mystery. Too much emotional availability too early can feel like psychological pressure to her subconscious mind. Not because she wants games, but because attraction is partially built on emotional tension. Think of attraction like breathing. If you hold someone too tightly emotionally speaking, they cannot breathe. And when someone cannot breathe emotionally, they start slowly creating distance without even realizing why. Listen carefully. Women often test emotional stability without consciously knowing they are testing. She might do this through small behavioral experiments. She might become slightly colder, slightly slower in responses. Not cruel, just distant enough to observe how you react. Most men fail here because they start chasing emotional certainty. They start asking questions like, is something wrong? Or did I do something? But from a psychological perspective, this communicates emotional anxiety, and anxiety is rarely attractive. Confidence is not loud dominance. Confidence is emotional calmness when uncertainty appears. The man who stays calm when attraction becomes uncertain signals subconscious strength, and women feel this long before they can explain it with words. There is something deeper happening here that most dating advice never talks about. Women often evaluate emotional energy, not just personality traits. You can be successful, physically strong, socially intelligent, but if your emotional energy feels desperate, unstable, or constantly seeking validation, attraction slowly weakens. I am telling you this man to man. This is not about playing hard to get. This is about controlling emotional momentum. Sometimes the strongest masculine move is not to push harder. It is to stay emotionally steady while still being present, like standing in the center of a storm without moving. Let me bring this into real life. Imagine you are dating a woman who slowly starts showing emotional inconsistency. One day warm, next day distant. Many men will start chasing emotional explanation, but emotionally mature masculinity does something different. It observes. It stays calm. It continues living its life because attraction is not built when a man chases emotional clarity. Attraction is built when a woman feels that your emotional world does not collapse, when she is not constantly feeding it with attention. This does not mean emotional coldness, it means emotional independence. The hidden truth is that women are often attracted to emotional strength more than emotional intensity. Intensity can feel exciting, but strength feels safe. Safety is actually one of the strongest subconscious attraction triggers in long-term intimacy. When a woman feels that she can be emotionally vulnerable around you without losing herself, her attachment system relaxes. This is biological. This is psychological. This is deeply human. Many men think romance is about passion, but real long-term attraction is built on emotional regulation, consistency, and quiet confidence. There is also something men rarely talk about: memory and emotional imprinting. Women do not only remember how you treated them during good moments, they remember how you handled emotional tension. Did you stay composed during disagreement? Did you become defensive when challenged? Or did you stay grounded, calm, controlled? Emotional memory is powerful. One moment of emotional weakness can sometimes leave a stronger psychological imprint than weeks of good behavior. This is not unfair. This is how human attachment systems evolved over thousands of years. Your body also reacts to attraction and rejection in ways you may not consciously notice. When you feel attraction anxiety, your breathing changes, your posture changes, your voice may become slightly faster or higher pitched. Women subconsciously detect these signals, not consciously, but emotionally and neurologically. Masculine presence is often communicated through slow movement, controlled speech, and relaxed body language. Watch older, confident men in social spaces. They do not rush emotional communication. They occupy space without forcing it. So, what should you actually do? Stop trying to win emotional certainty. Start building emotional stability inside yourself. Focus on your own goals, friendships, physical discipline, mental clarity, not as manipulation, but as self mastery. Because the most attractive masculine energy is not the man who needs her attention, it is the man who chooses her presence while already being complete within himself. This is not romantic fantasy, this is psychological reality, and I want to end with something honest and quiet. You are not weak for wanting emotional connection. Masculinity is not emotional suppression. Real masculine strength is emotional control, not emotional absence. You can desire love, you can desire intimacy, but never build your emotional survival around someone else's behavior. The strongest men are not the ones who never feel. They are the ones who feel deeply, but never lose themselves inside that feeling. Sit with that thought tonight, not as advice, but as quiet wisdom.